Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly Spryfield Business Commission's Business Spotlight. I have today with me Chris Atwood, Chris is the Executive Director of CBDC Blue Water, and CBDC stands for Community Development Business Corporation.
Yes.
There you go. And so, Chris, tell us a little. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much, Bruce. I'm happy to be here.
It's Chris actually is a member of our Spryfield Social Enterprise and Affordable Housing. He's the chairman of that by virtue of just being connected to the community through CBDC, and we're honored to have you as chair of that organization. You do a fantastic job.
Thank you, Bruce.
And I want to tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much, Bruce. I'm really happy to be here today. A little bit about myself. I've been the executive director for the CBDC Blue Water for a little over 4 years ago. So with the CBDC, we're a nonprofit economic development organization that helps business. Prior to that, I worked 13 years managing the CBDC down in Yarmouth.
Oh, wow.
And then prior to that, I worked with what was called the Regional Development Authority down in Yarmouth as well.
Yes.
So, but I grew up not too far from here in Pictou County. My family roots are in Cape Sable Island in Shelburne County here in western Nova Scotia. So it's had quite a varied career that finally culminated with me being here managing CBDC Blue Water.
And we're so glad that you are, because it's important to the community. CBDC is, and we'll get you to tell you a little. Sherry, or one of your people that works with you, is here once a week, and we have a memorandum of understanding that you folks use our facilities for that opportunity for people to come, local people to come and see it right here on site.
Absolutely, Bruce. The Community Business Development Corporation, CBDC Blue Water, is one of 13 CBDCs across Nova Scotia. And as I said, we're a non-for-profit economic development agency. So we're really here to try and help businesses grow and thrive. So for us, being a part of the Spryfield Business Association and having Sherry Millard come out here once a week is really important. And we see the business commissions as being a real solid partner for us. So being able to have somebody who can be out here, because again, our mandate is to support rural businesses throughout rural HRM.
Yeah.
So we really see Spryfield as being a part in a community that's growing. So really we want to be a part of that and be able to help businesses out in this community.
And how do you help them? I know that you do have a loan program, and I think you have an advisory role as well. Can you just describe that a little bit?
Absolutely. So the key part of what we do is we do provide loans. So we can lend anywhere between a few $100s up to normally a maximum of $150,000 to support a business, whether it's a new startup or it's an existing business looking at growth. So the lending product is a big part of what we do. We also have, we do have what we would maybe call a grant. So if somebody needed to get a consultant to help them look at their business, whether it's doing a strategic plan or if they're changing, the products that they're delivering and trying to figure out what their market. We can assist with getting a consultant in through what's called the Consulting Advisory Services Program for a business. If let's say you're unemployed and you're looking at being an entrepreneur, we also deliver what's called the Self-Employment Benefits Program. So that allows somebody to draw their EI while they're starting up their business.
Well, that's a good program.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good program, and it gives people, again, what you find is when somebody's starting a new business, that first 6 months to a year, people struggle because, again, they're a new business.
Yeah.
So the SEB program.
You're developing the revenue stream, so
and
that takes a while, right?
Absolutely, and that program gives the new entrepreneur an opportunity to get income while they're starting their business.
Yeah.
And again, we're a small but mighty group. We only have about a staff of 8. So we all cover rural HRM, and all my business development officers, are keen, have had quite a bit of experience in helping businesses.
Yeah, no, Sherry's awesome. She does. She meets constantly with local people. She's here every Thursday, folks, all day to meet with people. I suspect that she may modify her schedule over Christmas and the New Year, but certainly in the New Year, I don't anticipate anything's going to change.
Yep, and the flexibility with our staff, even though we are committed to be here at the Spryfield Business Commission 1 day a week. If somebody wants to meet with somebody and it's not on that Thursday, we're willing to come out any day of the week to come and meet with somebody.
And your head office in Porters Lake?
Our head office is in Porters Lake. We have, apart from the Spryfield Business Commission, where we also partnered with the Sackville Business Commission. We have a spot out in St. Margaret's Bay at the Community Economic Development Center right there.
Yes.
So we have again, it's getting that outreach out into our communities that we represent.
Yeah. It is a tremendous good service for anybody who's starting out and has no knowledge of what needs to be done. It's a perfect place to start to find out what does need to be done through your representatives, and I know it's a fantastic service, and we appreciate it a lot for sure.
Absolutely, and our staff are here to walk you through the process.
Yeah.
So again, if you're a new startup and whatever, or an existing business, we're here to kind of hold your hand. And as I say, talk is cheap. So it's easy to come in and talk with either myself or Sherry or one of the other development officers if you've got a business idea and talk about it. And that's what we're partly here to do.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not, I know that there is some applications and, forms and stuff. I mean, businesses, you have to have a strategy, you have to have a good plan. And I think that's part of the process is what your development representatives do is help people work through those plans, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. And again, as I say, we're a non-for-profit economic development agency, so growing our rural economies is very important. So I report and our staff reports to a volunteer board of directors.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's our volunteers or our staff are the ones that are there to work with the businesses, help them pull together an application if they're looking for funding or if they're looking for counseling services, help to work through that process with them.
Yeah.
And then bring that application forward to our board of directors that sort of adjudicates on the loans.
Yes.
So that's how it really works. So, and again, sitting around the board are community-minded people from our local communities that understand our economy and what's happening, that sit around and sort of make that decision based on the criteria within the loan application.
Yeah, and that's good because those people, they're business people from the communities that surround the core of HRM and the rural areas, and they understand that the difference in between starting a business in a rural area as opposed to in downtown Halifax. There are differences.
Oh, absolutely. And again, they're committed local volunteers.
Yeah.
So as I say, when we look at, we're not like a traditional bank or whatever, even though we'd work with a bank or another financial institution if the business is finding it difficult to meet the criteria of a bank to get a loan. We're more what you call character lenders. So we look at the business, we don't just necessarily look at somebody's credit score or whatever. We try and understand what's going on with the business, the capacity of the person who wants to start or run the business.
That's important.
So we take a look at the whole picture.
Well, that gives a pretty good cross-section. Chris, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap things up?
Oh, geez, well, not very much. As I say, Bruce, it's a pleasure to be a part out here in Spryfield, to be a part of the Spryfield Social Enterprise and Affordable Housing Initiative. It's really nice to be a part of the Business Commission, and we really appreciate having the ability to work out here, because again, your membership are often the people who come to CBDC Blue Water looking for a loan. So we value the partnership that we have with the Spryfield Business Commission, and we'd really like to thank you for that, and wishing you all the best. It's not quite Christmas, but December's tomorrow, but wishing you all the best, and all the businesses out in this area. We hope that you have a very merry and prosperous Christmas season.
Well, thank you, Chris. And I would return those sentiments to Chris, because, you know, he's a valuable member of our organization, of the Business Commission, of the Spryfield Social Enterprise. And as you can see, he has a wealth of knowledge in developing rural businesses over the last 20 plus years. And so, Chris, thank you very much. Wishing you and yours a Merry Christmas.
Thank
and
you
Happy
so
New
much,
Year.
Bruce. Same to you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.